do this way. Let's see, do you like this? Hey! Compressor time! Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sean or Mustang09, and in the background over here, you see, this was my old neighbor Chase. Now it's just my buddy Chase, because he's at his own house. But we are working on his Camaro. Well, at the moment, it's just him. Compressor! I'll have to get Chase to jump in on this because I'm not 100% certain on what we're doing. I know he has a new cam, valve springs and retainers, and you did get a cold air intake?
Yeah.
It's over there. I see it over there.
Yeah, RotoFab.
What's the specs on the cam real quick?
The cam is a 231, 246 duration at 640 lift on the intake and 615 lift on the exhaust. Big guy.
And who did it?
Texas Speed.
Texas Speed. None other than Texas Speed, you know? Big Cletus fan over here. I wore my red, white, and blue just for him. Got the flag on the wall. So we're doing some LS things this evening. But he's going to take it tomorrow, or I'm going to take it with him tomorrow to the shop to get it tuned at AMP. So we've got to get all this stuff knocked out, then get it on said trailer so that we can get it tuned. This is the first time for either of us to be this deep into a motor. And then our buddy Trey. And then later, our buddy Trey, who is a mechanic over at the Chevy house, is going to come and he's going to help us too. He's done this multiple times. This is cakewalk for him, but it's a good learning experience for me, even though it's a different kind of motor. It is working on a motor. So any kind of experience I can get with that, I'm good for. I'm going to go assist Chase before he rips his head off. He's a little upset right now, so I got to help him out. That's crazy. I had to make a run to the store real quick and get some lights for Chase over here. It's getting dark in the garage real fast, but Trey's here. Trey's under the car somewhere. Say hi, Trey. But since I'm surrounded by these LS boys, I had to get proper, so I wore these. I think this is how it goes with these guys. So we're diving back into the motor. One side's completely done over here. Valve, springs, retainers. What else is there? That's it?
Yes.
Seals?
Yep, seals.
Seals, springs, retainers, valves. We're in for the long haul, boys. Oh, one thing that our boy Chase did, I have to show you, is this here. He snapped this little guy, so hence why Trey's under the car. I think we're going to have to drop the oil pan and dig that joker out. But there's three of us, so I'm here for the comedy and the laughs and the beer.
Did I tell you what I charge an hour? I don't think I told you yet. Oh.
Uh-oh. Crap. I should go get that Astroglide.
Right?
Alrighty, back to the install. I have now been deemed the grill master for the night, so got the burgers. Feeding everybody. Chase is making all the noise with that damn air compressor. But he's making progress. Only 4 more left. Oh, there's Trey. He finally popped out.
Yeah, I surfaced.
He surfaced.
So the trick to just keep turning it, or what? Oh, there you go.
Oh my gosh, look at that. It's giving birth. This is where I'm jealous. Yeah, you guys have one. I've got quadruplets.
A lot more expensive.
Dude, I'm telling you. And they don't do
And they
don't do anything.
Yeah, all they do is make it fucking louder.
Yeah, they're not really.
Dog.
Check it out, dude.
Hot dog, does that look like an okay cam, bro? Besides whatever that is?
Dang.
Yeah, look at the lobes on that thing.
Dude, check that out. As you guys can tell, we are no longer at Chase's house. We are actually in my garage. There's the Mustang in the background. We need some Mustang content in this video, so there it is for you guys. But there's a little bit of a gap. Actually, okay, there's a big gap in the video. It jumps from the night we're doing the install till about 3 days later. There was an issue, and that issue was when Chase accidentally broke that tensioner for the timing chain. You have to lower the oil pan a little bit to get one of the nuts or bolts loose that's on the bottom side of the motor, right? To get that thing out. Well, we got it out, no problem. Went to put the new one back in, and there was an accident. Someone was tight. I'm not going to put any blame on anyone. It was just an accident. When someone was tightening the little 10mm bolt at the bottom of the motor that holds that bag scared the hell out of me. There's a bag floating around. Okay. Sorry, guys. I don't know why that bag scared me so much. I thought it was an animal coming in my garage. But so when somebody was tightening that bolt at the bottom of the block, right? Little 10mm wrench, and it wasn't a ratcheting one, so you had to tighten it, take it off, put it back in, tighten it, and so on and so forth, right? You get the point. Anyways, that person was tightening it, had oil on their hands, and dropped that wrench in the oil pan. And it would have been fine. We could have fished it out because we had a magnetic little arm that you could stick in there and get stuff out. However, it decided to go all the way in the back of the oil pan into the windage tray, and it was stuck like Chuck. There was no getting it out. There's a little bolt on the back of the oil pan, and it's not a drain. Trey was saying it's for it's the sensor for the oil level, I believe is what it was, and you can take that out, but the wrench was too big to fit through the hole that goes in. So we ended up having, and I'll put pictures, there's pictures on the screen somewhere right now where you can see that wrench stuck in that oil pan, and there's no way we were getting out without dropping, the steering rack and the subframe and all that, and actually getting the oil pan out of there. So luckily, Trey works at the Chevy house. He's got a lift. He's got the knowledge and the tools and the know-how, and him and Chase were able to knock that out in a day. Chase was able to go get it tuned, and then comes this part of the video. So long story short, there's a little accident. We got it fixed. The car's running great. The wrench is no longer in the oil pan, and it always is the 10mm. What is it with the 10mm? It's insane. Anyways, here's the rest of the video. Enjoy, because what you're about to watch is good. Hey, what's up, guys? It's been a few days, but we have Chase back with us. So this is all in one video, so you didn't have to experience the delay or the stress that we went through for this install. You heard my explanation earlier in the video of all the fun stuff that happened, right? But now Chase, his car's back together. You saw that, so it's right here. It's looking great. Chase is back from AMP. Is it AMP, right? Yeah. AMP. They're over in Grand Prairie.
Yeah, North Grand Prairie.
So North Grand Prairie. They primarily tune LS cars. They've been really good at it. If you follow them on social media, they're doing a lot of cool things. Didn't they just do, what was the convertible
Yeah,
Corvette?
The fastest convertible Corvette in the world. Fastest Corvette convertible C7. It ran like a 7.62, I think, something like that. Some guy from Saudi Arabia, I think.
Yeah,
His
so
car.
that car is gone overseas. But Chase's car is here, and we get to experience with the new cam, the new big Texas Speed and Performance cam, the new RotoFab intake. And Chase, I didn't even know this was a thing on Camaros, but he wired up a really cool switch with something he it's like a loop that you can do with a factory exhaust on the mufflers. So I'm excited to show you guys that. But for now, we're gonna get started and show you the chop.
All right, so this car came stock with the MPP mufflers from the factory. That's Chevy's code for the mufflers whenever you're ordering them, and all it is a dual mode muffler. So it's kind of like the Corvettes had it for years and years and years, and whenever they came out with the 5th gen Camaros, they threw it on a couple of those. You had to special order it though. But so you can either divert past the muffler so that the car is basically straight piped, or you can run through the mufflers to keep the car kind of quiet. But the Camaros, unlike the Corvettes, you cannot control it through the factory screen over here. You just had to rely on the control box. And in that control box, it would close the valves over 2,000 RPM as long as you weren't at full throttle. So this car being cammed, it's ridiculously loud, and I want it closed more often than that so my neighbors aren't mad at me whenever I'm leaving early in the morning or coming and going at night. So now whenever I flip this switch to the on position, the valves close. So the car is pretty quiet. It's still not super quiet because it does have a pretty big cam, but it's decently quiet. And in the middle position, the valves are just open. And if I flip it back this way, since it's a 3-way switch, then it just runs as factory, but I'll probably never use that. But so now I just go from middle to on, and that closes the valves.
I probably could have got Chase to drive me and drop me off down here, but I'm just gonna run ahead. the car is a lot faster than it used to be. I think he picked up like 80 to 100. So it's pretty good. So loud. Damn. Golly, it sounds so good now. It just rips. I rode in it earlier. It pulls way harder than before from the last time we did it down here. So happy for him, so happy. Dude, nice. It's good. Alrighty guys, here is Chase's dyno sheet. He doesn't have a before run, seeing that he moved here from Florida. He never dynoed the car with the TSP long tubes on it. But he did make 485 horsepower and 434 torque with the cam and the cold air intake install and all those little bits we did, and with the springs, retainers, and all that stuff that supports the cam. So 485. How much would you say you had in it total?
Money wise?
Yeah, for like the tune and the parts.
Tune, parts, just cam, roughly probably 1,800.
Dude, if I could pick up probably 100 horsepower, 80 horsepower,
About 80 or 90.
for 1,800 bucks, I'd do that all day. That's so sick. The car sounds great. It runs awesome. We did a couple pulls.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Can't wait to get it back to the track.
Yeah.
So, a little bit of a headache, but not too bad. We're excited. I'm excited for Chase. He can get to take it to the track now. We get to run. Next up, maybe some tires, so he can hook. Okay, axles. Well, you're gonna spin on street tires. So.
Oh yeah.
So you don't have to worry about axles right now.
Yeah.
But when you do get a sticky tire,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. A&P said the second sticky tires go on this, the passenger axle will go shooting out the side of the car.
Oh no. So we got to get axles.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, I'm super stoked for you. I'm excited. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, do all that fun YouTube stuff, and we're gonna have more of this on the channel now that it's fast. So
Yeah.
I'm stoked for you, dude. Congrats.
Heck yeah, man.
It's awesome. See you guys later. Peace.